Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody guys, let's take a look at the gold market. So yesterday's setup that we talked about on Australian dollar has not worked properly, so actually it is not cancelled yet totally, so market is still calling around the support that we have talked about yesterday. But the minor pattern, reverse hand on the hourly chart we haven't got, so I'm speaking for those who are following the setup that we have prepared yesterday for Australian dollar. So maybe some pullback is still possible, but the entry pattern that should let us to go to take the long position has not worked properly as market has dropped a bit lower. Still, we keep an eye on the Australian dollar setup as well. Let's show you just briefly the picture that we have. So that was actually our yesterday setup. You can see the market hits the OP, but now market stands slightly below it. So, but at the same time, based on the action that we see here, it's not. We can't say that's definitely will not any pullback will happen. So maybe some reversal here is still possible because market stands relatively close to the OP area and the butterfly that we have talked about yesterday. So here we haven't got any hand shoulders pattern because market just started dropping and hasn't formed any left arm here, so it was just direct action to the downside. So let's see what will happen. But currently we could turn back again to the gold market because some action has happened yesterday. So you can see market has dropped out from the conference resistance. As we said, we expect a reaction on this level, and market has shown it, but it has happened a bit in a different manner compared to what we have talked about, because yesterday not yesterday, a couple of days ago, we talked that maybe market could proceed higher, especially on the background of this rally that we've got on the massive news on United States-China tariffs war. It was acceleration, and we said, well, maybe after minor retracement, market still could continue move higher to the 1310 area. But the manner of that, the manner of the action that we see currently on intraday charts makes me think that it is possible that market could turn down directly right from this area. Actually, guys, on the long-term perspective, that's the pattern that I keep an eye on. We discussed this pattern in our weekly report, so that could become the first drive, retracement. Second drive stands at 127 to the first. It's very good, and it's also the butterfly pattern here. You can see retracement. And third drive should be on the crossing of the 127 of the third and 1618, sorry, 127 of the second and 1618 of the first drives. And you can see currently they coincide in a very tight range. Why I was talking about the 1310, because if it will be 1310, they will match perfectly. But here, it's also they stand very close. And if market will drop down right from here, it still will be the good pattern. That's the major pattern, guys, that I'm watching for. And that's the area, 1253, 1255. But that will be a very good moment for taking the long position on the gold market. But this is our strategical pattern that we're keeping an eye on. What we could expect in the shorter term in the tactical perspective. First of all, the question, we need to consider the question, and could market, for example, show a kind of the ABCD pattern higher? What if this will be just AB, BC leg, and market still could continue CD action? Well, on the daily chart it seems possible, but if we'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, it's a bit quite different story. So that is our ABCD pattern. If you remember, we talked about this double bottom, and it has developed pretty nice with this acceleration, but market still hasn't quite reached the major target, the 1310. This was the actual target that we're watching for. And when the market stands showing this ABC action, we said, well, keep an eye on the AB equals CD, appearing of the guard is triple to buy, and opportunity to go long with the target around 1310. But what has happened yesterday? Take a look. Market indeed starts to form the ABCD, but then the collapse has followed market shows acceleration right to the XOP target in 1284, 50% support. This is not good for double bottom. And take a look what has happened in reality. With this collapse, market has erased all the rally and now stands below the neckline, below the monthly pivot point, and this is not a good sign. So in current circumstances, I do not want to go long because this is a bit too strong and too fast drop for, as we think, valid double bottom, right? So if double bottom is still valid, market should not show this fast return back and drop below the neckline. Reasonable ABCD pullback is possible, forming the bullish continuation pattern somewhere above the neckline. But drop below the neckline and raising of the rally, it looks bearish. And for me, that's just press on the perspective of the gold. And currently, it seems that equilibrium turns a bit in favor of the bears. That market just could continue move lower. If you will see the drop below 1280, it means that market is coming lower back to the lows and to the 1255 area. That's our view on the gold. Currently on the hourly gold, I also do not see something really special here. We've got just minor ABCD retracement, guard is cheaper to sell, market starts dropping right back down. So currently I do not want to go long on the gold market, and maybe we could consider it possible taking the short position, but we need to get some more confirmation of the downward action, because markets currently it still stands in the same area. That is not absolutely bearish. So because it's somewhere in consolidation around the neckline, breakout of this area, well, that will be a very important sign. And I think that in gold market is bet 280 bit and see what really will happen.